Hey, this is Jason. Today we're going to go over the net operating income, NOI, right? This is video 13 of 365 videos, my journey from real estate flipper to private equity fund manager. Now, today, like I said, we're going to go over this NOI. So what is NOI? NOI is the net operating income, or the money that is being thrown off by the building after all the expenses are being paid, except for the mortgage payment. Right? So when you're talking to a realtor or you're talking to an investor, and one of the biggest questions they're going to ask you is, what's the NOI? Because in order to find value for the building, you divide the NOI by a cap rate. And another day we're going to go over that whole cap rate kind of scenario. Right? Now, back to the point. There's an acronym that I want you to remember, to memorize this calculation. It's called POVEEN, right? And it's POVEEN, right? And these are the things that you have to actually calculate to get to the to the end, which is the net operating income, right? So P stands for potential gross income. On the best day, if all the units are rented or all the space is rented, right? What could you make, annually, right, from this number, right? Now, the next one is optional income, which is the O, POV, right? For apartment complexes, a normal, other income is like the income that you get from the laundromat, right? Now, the V, right, is the vacancy rate. If you watched the video right before this, when I had one on sellers or liars, I talked about doing market research to figure out what the vacancy rate in that area is, by doing kind of espionage, right? And also going into, doing, talking to other brokers and other service vendors in that area. Now we're going to go to the actual first E, so POVE, right? That E is now the effective gross income. So we have the potential gross income, we have the other income, right? Then we have the vacancy rate that we have to subtract from the other two, right? Now we're at the E, which is, once we subtracted them, we're left with the effective gross income. Now, we're ready to subtract the expenses. Out of all the calculations we went through so far, the most fuzzy is actually that one, the expenses. We're going to go over it in a little more detail, in about 2 minutes, right? But once you subtract the actual expenses from the effective gross income, you're left with the NOI, the net operating income. And that's the amount of cash that your investment is throwing off annually, right? Very important number, right? Banks are going to use it to determine if they're going to give you a loan. Other investors are going to determine, use that number in order to buy the building from you and whatnot. So now, going back to this point about expenses, right? I see a lot of people, or a lot of investors, make an error right there in that formula, right? There are normal things that you're going to go off any property, which are property taxes, insurance, right? Electric and water in the common areas, right? Those are normally going to be in every project. But then you have management, that could or could not, be depending on your project. But one of the ways you figure this out, other than experience, is to get a professional management program, right? The gold standard in the industry, especially for multifamily, is a program called Argus, right? This kind of asks you all the questions, so you have to kind of guesstimate it, right? But you really want to get that part airtight, because it can mean big errors if it can make a gold deal into a dud really fast if you miscalculated that number, right? And that's the where you couldn't do it if you were going to do it, right? Now, tomorrow we're going to go over a new topic. We're going to go over an overview of flipping houses. I've been doing flipping houses for probably close to 20 years, right? That's kind of my specialty, right? But what I want to do is, if you have any questions about this, hit me up in the comments tomorrow. Subscribe, like my channel. I'm on YouTube, Facebook, and whatever I'm on. Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram. That's what I'm on. Right? Check me out. One love, peace and blessings.